Hello and welcome to the Cowboy4Game Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast. I'm your host Jake. Today I am joined by Ben from NolanTCG.
Hello.
And Bragg from Braggio.
Hello.
How was our week in Yu-Gi-Oh? Let's start with you, Bragg.
Still going through the Jules Cup stuff. Just grinding away.
Are you at level 2? No?
Level 2?
20.
Oh, the second.
20.
No, the second stage, I should say.
No. I mean, it hasn't even started yet, right? I still got.
It's very much started.
It started.
It started Friday.
I thought I read it was the 30th as well.
Expires on the 30th.
The first one.
Stage 2.
Oh, so stage 2's only like
It's
4
a
days.
short amount of time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I've conflated the
48-hour stream or something.
Yeah,
like
well, okay. Nah. Yeah. So I was just going away there, just picking away gems. I had one of the worst pearly like sequences ever, just because I was clicking, and just going, oh yeah, I reveal the delicious in hand off pearly, and then I chain that, and then I was just, and then I discarded another target. It was a whole thing. So yeah, clicking wildly with pearly on Master Jewel is
risky business.
Yeah, because I'm trying to speed it up, as Jake knows. I get quite near the end of my allotted time, and look, I was trying to improve.
Time spent on useless nonsense, so by the time you have critical decisions to make, you have no time to do so.
Oh come on! It's the first turn of it's the first play of the thing. I'm like, let's quickly get through it. No, got to pay attention. That and a bit of lag. I always like a bit of lag. The lag shouldn't cost me, or maybe it should. Like, as my internet provider, I had lag in a Pokemon tournament, and I'm like, nah, this is totally the internet. I can't fucking appeal this. I'm like, it's frustrating. I lost, but that's not my opponent's problem. Otherwise, we're getting ready for the custom banlist tournament, which we'll
cover that.
Yeah, we'll plug that nice and well. So scheming that away. Figuring out that it's gonna be trying to find a lane for that, because it's gonna be messy at the moment. The stuff we've already done, I haven't really planned. I'm like, this would be funny if we unban this. I'm like, well, wait, that actually might hurt me for what I eventually do, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Interesting times. Ben.
So I won locals on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Playing Sinful Spoils in my Rescue Ace. I haven't gotten SP Little Knight yet. That hasn't arrived in the mail. Should arrive tomorrow.
Theirs have been sent.
So
it was 2 weeks ago I ordered this. No, maybe.
So you've ordered one?
Yeah, I ordered it on the podcast and went to you going, when do you think this shows up? And you're like, oh no, it should be fine. Not fine.
That's not fine.
Haven't even got the dispatch email.
Shit.
And I'm seeing the person say, oh yeah, I've lost 4. I'm like, sick. What do you do? I should have just bought product. This is what teaches, just never buy singles.
Yeah, never buy singles.
Always crack packs.
Only buy large volumes of singles. So I won locals on Tuesday. It was a very easy night too. Like, the deck performed very well.
Fucking okay.
I didn't drop a single game. I went 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0.
So, and it's pretty powerful, and we will get to the YCS results as well. Deck's good.
Deck's very good. Like, although there was the inverse of today, where today I went 2-2.
Yeah, you ate shit today.
I lost all bar one die roll and hard bricked a lot.
Really?
Yeah. So there were hands where I opened 2 small world, 2 trap, and then another useless fucking card, and I was just like, oh.
Small World in one of the top lists.
I lose.
I'm just so negative on Small World.
Yeah.
I would like to say because of that, but I don't know. It just feels bad.
I'm always on the fence of Small World or Prosp. I'm actually maybe considering just playing neither.
Yeah.
And just playing a Breaker instead. Because, it's not very good. Maybe that's today's representation of... I think one time I opened Small World and didn't see multiple Small World. So it was rough. There was a lot of hands today where I saw traps. Like, a lot of hands to see traps, which is always a problem.
Especially when you're losing those die rolls.
Yeah. But overall, it wasn't too bad. I got the best card in the OTS pack from my pack. I got a Morphtronic Remoten. Send me your Morphtronic Remotums, please. I need them. And then, yeah, that was... I played a little bit of Duelist Cup. Jake's scrolling Facebook.
Yeah, I'm trying to find something.
My story's just not that interesting. I understand if you two...
Well, you started with, I fucking beat everyone with little to no effort on Tuesday, so
Yeah.
excuse me if I'm not super involved.
Jake was one of them. Yeah, but I was playing Duelist Cup. I played like 3 games of Duelist Cup. Won the first one, then like the next one opened fucking horribly, and then the next one opened fucking horribly.
Yeah.
I was just like, I don't want to play this anymore.
Yeah.
At one point, my opponent, like, I had hard bricked and pretty much just had, I had like Imperm, Ash, Book of Moon, Pot of Desires, and something else. And I was like, this'll work. My opponent like normal summons Kashtira Unicorn. I'm like, easy, awesome, Imperm the Unicorn. Then my opponent's like, Happy Memory, Delicious Memory, summon a Pearly.
Yeah.
Why are you playing the whole Kashtira package?
You can sneak like it's free cards to discard.
So then I ashed that, and then they just did another one, and I was like, oh. Got to like the full 5, it was like a 7 material Noir, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
So then my Book of Moon was dead, and then I activate Pot of Desire and I get ashed. So I was like, nah, I'm done. Don't touch this anymore. There's no point. And yeah, that's
One bad duel and Ben just writes it off.
Yeah.
In my few Pearly matches, I had one where they've hand trapped. I have the triple T. They have 3 cards left in hand, and they have Tremendous Fire, Just Desserts, and a Kaiju. I'm like,
What?
like, yes, goodbye Kaiju.
What the hell are they doing?
Yeah, so I guess it's just a random clump of stuff. I'm like, wow, this could have gone so badly.
I have seen some people do some real cooked stuff in Master Duel of late, but we'll get into that, I suppose.
You sure about Small World?
Good. Yeah, I'm on the fence with it.
We'll get into that. How about yours?
Yeah, it's been an alright week. So yeah, as Ben alluded to, I versed him in the finals on Tuesday. I opened no disruption for the brand new combo, so it does all the same nonsense it did before, plus a rank 4 if they so choose.
Jake thinks that that's the way it works. No, I hard opened Emergency, so I never needed to use it to play around whatever he was doing. So I did the full regular combo and then was like, Emergency, get rid of that, summon the other 4, go into Dweller.
Yeah.
So that's not the new combo. That's just the old combo.
No, I'm saying...
Except I hard opened the Emergency and didn't need to use it.
Cool. Anyway, I didn't open Disruption, so Abyss Dweller kind of fucked me. Also, not opening the normal summon that does something also fucked me, because I could have ideally blown up the back row, because I opened the Lightning Storm and the Duster from memory, punched into some stuff, stolen some stuff, made a Zeus, and then seen how I go. Didn't happen. Didn't open that well. Today I was X1, lost to Altergeist.
Duel Links moment.
Chad was having a chatical day.
So yeah, Chad's come back with that. Game 1 I did great. I opened double Imperm, and it was just like perfectly timed of me having stuff versus not having stuff on the board. So I Impermed the Marionetta on summon, which is fine. And then it gets into this back and forth where he's like gone Torrential Tribute on my board, and then my stuff is floated, and in the midst of my stuff floating, my board's been empty, so I've been able to Imperm his Multi-Faker before it's summoned.
So you just reminded me of a Master Duel game I was playing. It's the one of my 3 that I won. I played against Trap Trick, and I went first and blocked 3 of their zones, and then when he started playing I blocked the 4th, and he was just like set 1, had a Fenrir, and then and he had tried to do the Parallel Exceed play. So he'd gone like Link 1, Parallel Exceed, and I was like, Fenrir Banish. So I had 4 zones blocked, and on my turn I'm like, Special Unicorn, he activates Torrential, and I'm like, oh no! All my stuff gets cleared except for my thing, I blocked the 5th zone, and like he also then pops his Fenrir at that point. I looked at the zone, I'm like, burst, summon back, prep, summon back, full board. You're now locked out of all your back row. It was great.
How fun.
It was really fun.
Anyway, back to my week.
Well,
So yeah, game 1 ended up winning because after the multi-faker nonsense, I dusted what little back row he had and then did full combo. Game 2, he went first and opened anti-spell, and I had like 2 or 3 spells in hand, so they were all kind of dead. None of them like big board breaker kind of things, just things that would have helped me push through. But yeah, didn't get to play any of those. And then game 3, I opened absolute garbage. Like not even a set card, because I was like, I don't want any of my stuff to get blown up. I've got an impermanent hand. I'll just keep it in hand and do the thing. He summons Fenrir, punches in with that. I then have a little bit to do next turn. He then starts summoning Bestials and doing all that nonsense. So then by the time I've pushed through all the Bestials and all the Fenrirs and all that shit, I think there was a Nibiru in the midst of that as well. So once I pushed all through that, then he's like, oh yeah, normal summon Marionette, blah, blah, blah. Like, in that time frame, I'd lost all my good resources. Any good interaction that I had was all gone. So I was like, yep, cool, that was fun. Yeah, and won the rest of the 3 for today. I think it was Dark World in 1 game. What else did I verse today? I'm having a complete mind blank. I didn't verse Kurt. Yeah, I honestly can't remember what the other decks I versed today were. But yeah, just lost to variants and cards I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
I forgot to say, tremendous fire guy, then top deck Regeki against the 7 material.
Perfect. That's what you like to see.
Anything else?
And then, yeah, Master Duel, I'm in the second stage of the Duelist Cup. I just smashed a heap of it out on Friday before, like, I started getting everything ready for the weekend and all that nonsense. And I think I got up to a little over 10,000 points, which in the grand scheme of things is not a lot, because, like, I think the winners generally get somewhere between sort of 70 to 80,000 points. So it's not a lot of points, but in the small span of time that I had on the Friday evening, compared to like the last 2 days where I've not been able to play at all, it was a decent little thing.
I could swear I played.
Doing a Sword Soul of all things as well. Like,
killing me.
Kashtira was like slowly killing my brain, so I had to stop. I had to stop. So I'm now just on Sword Soul.
It just
Like-
takes so long to play Pearly that that's the only reason I'm playing Kashtira.
Yeah, I have thought about. I'm like, I've got the gems. I'm like, I probably should just build cash because it's just so much. It takes so long, and it's just. I could. You say you did it on Friday.
Yeah,
I could swear I was still doing round 1 on Friday.
Oh, round one's still open. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can still do round 1
but then the
and earn
next
gems, but like, yeah, it just means that by the time you get to DLV or the second stage,
Yeah,
you're
you're
going to be set way further back than the Jesse Cottons of the world.
Well, I mean, it's genius then. Cool. All right, I'm not fully crazy. I'm just a tad crazy.
Just a little bit.
Speaking of gems, I was going to spend a whole bunch of gems in Duel Links on Effect Veiler.
Was that only just dropped in there?
Yeah, with a whole bunch of another one more Blue Eyes card, and they already had Sage. So
Damn.
I was like, nah, Rush Jewels only, but they haven't released any new Rush Jewel sets. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, I have heaps of Blue Eyes from the original Blue Eyes run, and Effect Veiler's here, and I've got gems and money. But I didn't yet.
Yeah.
I'll get back. It's gonna be a long week.
But yeah, moving on to some news. We start with Master Duel. So
Wait.
what?
We got to do an update for the. Should we do that ban list tournament update now, or
I don't
do
know.
the-
Apparently,
where
you're
do we
running this
interject-
podcast.
Where do we interject with that? Well, you were just going to ignore it. You're going to keep moving.
Well, no, it's not my thing to mention. But it also would have been nice.
You mentioned at this point of the podcast last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, you also didn't announce it before then either. You just said we have a thing to announce.
Yeah, weekly update for the ban list tournament. So everything's in the Discord in the description down below if you want to go ahead and donate and again come and play. 17th and 19th of December we are having the tournaments at Good Games Wollongong. Come on, like I said. So update to what's been banned so far. We've already hit the initial goal, so thank you to everyone who's donated so far. So I had to increase that goal. Okay, the ban list so far. Again, available in the Discord. Fuck, there's a lot. I was going to read all of these out.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine alone would take half the podcast.
This is a lot. There's a lot of cards.
Just pick out some highlights.
The highlights.
Yeah, we'll do a recap. When the cutoff is, I reckon we do a little recap during the week and get the ball rolling.
Yeah. Mystic Mine, limited. Yeah,
A tactical limit.
Man took a tactical limit. Why
Better
did
a
you
1 minute
semi-limit
free.
Harpy's Feather Duster?
So I can't go to 3.
It was cheaper and I just wanted more of it. And also it's better at 2 than at 0.
Okay, well Jake did that one. He burned both of the Pearly monsters are banned.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Runic Fountain, Zeus.
But Pearly's not that good in the grand scheme of things,
Don't
surely.
care. Don't want to know about it.
Yeah, that's
Get
fair.
out of my face.
That
Well,
grass looks greener at 3. Metamorphosis at 3. All the tier, or most of the tier monsters banned.
Yeah, Merlin's the only one that's left.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about that.
To 2, you can bring it back with Elf if you unban Elf.
Yeah.
Then you've got a bunch of the zoo cards. So Rats at 3, Tiger Mortar, Chuckanine, and Borbo have all been tactical semi-limited. All the Shufflers and Millers, they're all at 3. Pot of Greed at 3. Colosseum, Emptiness, and Royal Oppression at 3. Oh god, Seb's going to play Kaiser Colosseum with Emptiness and Royal Oppression and with Imperial Orders and making Shockmasters, and this is going to be toxic.
There's a way. There's a way.
I just saw the Vietnam flashbacks in Jake's eyes. And of course, Maxi is at 3. If you want to deck build and build along at home, it's all in the Discord, down in the description below.
I should point out that I already went ahead and banned Majesty's Fiend and Vanity's Fiend.
Yeah.
And Inspector Border, and Jargon,
And Fossil Diner.
and Fossil Diner.
However, there's still a lot of back row that says no.
I have more back row that says no to no back row.
There's still there can be only ones. There's still... Seb's now got a tactical limit all of these cards. But yeah, so far we're at $515. Things are going very well. Very well on the donation front.
Yeah, I wonder what we're going to go. Like, it's the... I mean, well, so Max E, right? So we've got Max E back. We've also got Emptiness back. So, like, we're getting pulled in different ways of, like, oh, well, we can...
Or
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah, like, it's...
Zodiac control with all of this.
Oh, and there's a whole bunch of Zodiacs around too, yeah.
Yeah.
Rat to 3!
Just go Dryden Shockmaster.
I'm so keen for Rat.
Set a bunch of back row pass. Your opponent outs one of them, you just make barricade board blocker out of back.
Blocker's good. Well, yeah. Well, Blocker's good in this.
Yeah. This is gonna be fun. Jake, you may continue with the
It's-
news story
don't know
of
if
the
it's
podcast.
fun. From the cards we've announced, it really doesn't sound fun at all.
It's gonna be great.
It's going to be messy. But that's what we want.
Seb's out here semi-limiting TC Boo and semi-limiting Rivalry.
There's a donation link.
He's donating.
So, moving on to some news, we start with Master Duel. So, obviously, the second stage of the Duels Cup is open now for another day or two, maybe. So, if you're unfamiliar, it's basically you get about 1,000 points for every win, and then you get a little less than 1,000 points for every loss, depending on how the match actually goes. I'm sure there's some parameters as to how the points actually work, like how many times you special summon, how many times you destroy, negate, and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, wow, really?
No idea how that works, because it's definitely different numbers. It's not locked in as like, this is how much you get.
Oh, yeah, how much for a win? Like, would there be resistance in there?
I don't know.
Is it just a normal
Because
elo?
it's just a ladder climb. You get as many points as you want. So yeah, that's going for another couple of days, and then whoever wins that will have their invite over to WCQ for Master Duel later next year.
WCQ?
Or the actual world?
Just W.
Yeah. I thought,
I
yeah,
was
I'm like,
wait, we're doing a WCQ for this?
isn't this
Is
the
this
WCQ?
just
This
a
is
regional?
the WCQ. Other than that, we've got an update to the ban list. Kind of.
Yeah.
So, unbanned, or limited. We have Telenide Ptolemaeus and Yatagarasu.
Yeah.
Previously both unavailable in the games, both now being brought in at 1.
Can we Yada lock? Doesn't matter.
Flunder can probably still
Again,
do it.
it's not a winged beast.
I
Jake.
know that, but they get another summon run! You fuck.
Could we not Yada lock
Like,
in?
I just want to point out how fucking difficult it is to do in Flunderies, because you have to start comboing, activate something like Wear Off Thou, then find a way to reignite your combo to go again. Also, you can only summon it off the M-Pen, you can't summon it off thing. And you also have to clear your opponent's board on top of that to then even do it and set up a Yada lock.
Do they work in Shino Birds?
That's the best deck it works in, is Shino Birds. And even then, you're playing Shino Birds.
Shino Birds in December. Let's do it.
In addition to that, we have coming to 3, Blaster, Dragon Ruler of Inferno.
Still at 1 for our Bandits 20.
Yes, possibly will remain that way because card bad.
Or we bring back all the babies.
All the big boys to 3 and then you semi-limit the babies.
What's skill drain at? 0?
Yeah,
You banned it?
Yeah, it's banned.
Yeah, I got rid of that shit immediately.
You can go Dragon Ruler, unban Galaxy Tomahawk, make Galaxy Tomahawk.
Oh, and do fucking synchro combos again.
Yep.
Ugh.
Level Eater.
There's so many avenues. There's so many broken cards that really just can't come back, and because of this, you know, have to think about them.
Yeah,
I hate it. I hate it so much.
You can tactically unban things, tactically ban things.
We also have a new pack coming into Master Duel, and this one's a bit interesting because a couple of days ago they did a sort of Konami live presentation thing about the new set, about cards that were coming out in all the different things, Rush Duel.
There was the last Phantom Nightmare stuff.
Yeah, last Phantom Nightmare stuff. And there was some conflation around a particular card that was announced, a Link 3 that got announced. Because it looked as if it was just being announced in Master Duel. They're like, oh, is this Master Duel's first exclusive card? Like how Duel Links and all them have one as well. Yes. But then it also got announced within the Phantom Nightmare set. So they're like, oh, okay, they've just mixed it up. It's not meant to be within the sort of Master Duel presentation. But in a way, it is Master Duel's first exclusive card for a little while. And that is the Promethean Princess Bestower of Flames. So from memory, it's
Year of Fire!
Is like, yeah, the Year of Fire continues. So once it's on the board, you're locked into fires. It can reborn a fire from your graveyard. And then if a card's destroyed, it like summons itself back somehow. That's about its effect. It didn't have it listed here. So it'll be coming into Master Duel in the next week or so. And then it'll be coming out in Phantom Nightmare, which I think is also in a week or so.
Are they going to
So it could be simultaneous release.
Do we know what else is in the pack? Or
So a couple of the other cards that got announced were the new Tellarknight support that's coming in, obviously with Ptolemy's coming back. Tri-Edge Master, I think, was it a TCG exclusive, Tri-Edge Master?
Yes.
Yeah, he's coming in.
I've got to look up those exclusives. I used to be so on top of it, now I'm like, oh.
I think Tri-Edge Master's just one of them's... I think it's better Coral Dragon. Or it's better the other
Tri-Edge
one.
Master's like, depending on the levels of the tuners and non-tuners you use, it does different things.
Oh, yeah. That wasn't exclusive, was it?
I think it was.
I must be thinking of another
Pretty
one.
sure it was. But we're also getting the Grand Sulphur called Coolia, the Link 3 for them, which stops them negating pendulum effects. So, yeah.
Oh, so this is just random exclusive. This is like just a collective bit of stuff. This isn't,
shit that we don't want to have to put in other shit.
Yeah. Because as soon as I saw her, I'm like, oh, are they going to fast track the Fire King stuff? Get this ball rolling? No. Not that. Oh man, the Fire King stuff will suck so much with the Rise Heart.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like there's really no point in bringing it in prior to that. Moving on to a bunch of the other announcements from that presentation, we have a whole bunch of Raider Raptors having been announced.
Oh, yeah.
Including, within that, our very first rank 13 monster.
There's been rank 13s before.
Yeah, there's been one other. Take that back. I think it was, but I think it was one of the Numeron ones that like you never actually summon with the material. It can't be summoned with material. Yeah.
I also made up the fact there was rank 13 and that was right.
Yeah, you talk a lot of shit and sometimes you're correct. But this one is also a Towers, has 4K instead of 35, unlike the other one. And then it has something else it does. Oh, it does some burn damage, because why not? And then detach 3 material from this card, target a Raid Raptor's Xyz in your graveyard, replace its effect with that monster's effect till the end phase. And then they get another rank.
Care about is the
they
fact
get a
that
rank
it's
6.
unaffected.
Yeah, pretty much. They get a rank 6. They get a new rank up spell, a bunch of new monsters, a new trap as well, which I think is
The effect
like
copying.
Abyss King Dragon thingy. Target a card and negate it.
Okay.
Have Raid Raptors ever had the effect copying gimmick?
No.
Isn't that the Predator Plant thing? The thing that's meant to kill them?
I don't know. They ate them. They were
Yeah.
like, well, we'll take Predator
The
Plant.
birds won in the end. Well, did they? Damn should.
Go to the other dimensions and ask.
I just don't have a care for Raid Raptors. They look cool, but
They're fine.
they just always made me indifferent. Like as soon as I see them, I'm like, brain off. Which sucks because I've had a couple of ones where, oh shit, they've got a towers now. No one's playing it. Cool.
Okay, we have a kaiju for that.
Yeah, that's true. So we also got announcements of the new Aroma cards,
like
Aramages.
I was gonna say another archetype that I'm indifferent to.
Have dried winds just like skyrocketed in price? 'Cause I swear I'm seeing on a bunch of those.
Aren't they common?
It's a rare.
Yeah, so it could skyrocket, especially if it's a rare.
I mean, there's no way it doesn't get reprinted soonish, right?
Yeah.
Or TS pack in like 4 TS packs.
Yeah. So it's like, oh yeah, they've done the reprint, but we just don't have it. But the fact it exists means the price gets lowered. It doesn't make any
Is it
sense.
dried winds or human winds?
What's SP at the moment?
I checked it. It's like $160.
Dried
lot.
winds
I'm
is
so glad that I lost that
market
TikTok
price
of us
$7.
saying 130 is too high.
Yeah, we forgot to sort of go back on that. Turns out it's a very appropriate price to pay.
The dried winds chart definitely is.
Excuse me.
Whoop. What's it at? 12?
No, it's like $7 on Unliam, $9 US.
That's alright. That's getting there, considering.
What about humid winds?
Anyway, back to the actual support. So we get a sort of tour guide from the deck. Summons one from deck, and then it can also discard itself and target an aroma you control, and you gain life points off turn, which then triggers stuff.
Does a tour guide effect lock you in?
Yeah, you're locked into plans for the turn.
Nah. I can't. Why do they learn?
They also get a fusion and a link monster.
Is the tour guide effect a normal summon or special summon, or both?
I think it's both.
Because it's both, then that's awesome.
Yeah, normal or special summoned.
Nice.
Special summon an aroma non-tuner from your deck.
No, when
Because it's
no,
also-
when it's summoned. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
When it's normal or special summoned, summon a non-tuner aroma from deck. Its effects aren't negated.
Quite literally. Well, I mean, not being able to get out the tune is also kind of rough.
It is the tuner. It's a
Yeah,
level
but you
1
might
tuner.
want to double up. That's not tour guide. Tour guide just says you can't synchro.
If anything, this says the opposite. Please,
Yeah.
synchro away.
Yeah, it's like,
No
do it.
link.
You have no choice but to.
No, you can link. You can do anything you want. But anyway, they get a fusion monster. Once per turn, pay 2,000. Banish cards on the field equal to the total number of humid wind, dried winds, and blessed winds you control. So up to 3 cards.
Okay.
Well, I should know because it doesn't say.
If you control multiples.
Yeah. Yeah, total number. So if you happen to have multiple copies of these cards, you can banish up to 5.
Is one of them a field spell?
No, because the field spell's Aroma Garden.
Why doesn't it include the garden?
Because the garden is garbage. If you gain life points while it's on the field, you can make all plant monsters you currently control gain an equal amount of attack until the end of the turn.
Huh.
So if you gain a bunch of life points, you just go boop, down my monsters are big. Then they get a link 3. If it's special summoned, add an aroma card from your deck to your hand. If you gain life points even during the damage step, you can special summon up to 3 aroma monsters from your hand to zones this card points to.
In the damage step!
Yeah, I don't know how you're getting life points in the damage step, but sure. Oh, the new Sebek card.
Yeah.
Except you'd have to have the Sebek card somewhere. No, it's a terrible idea. Terrible idea.
But then summoning to, that's crazy. Just Yeah, sure. Whatever.
One of their better cards in this one, though, is Aroma Blend. Discard a card, place Humid Winds, Dried Winds, or Blessed Winds from your hand or deck in your spell and trap zone, and then banish it from the graveyard. Fusion summon a plant monster from your extra deck by banishing materials mentioned on it from your hand and or field. And if your life points are higher than your opponent's, you can also use plant monsters in your graveyard as material by banishing them.
This is going to come up eventually, surely.
100%. Because it doesn't say...
I love a graveyard fusion.
It just says a plant fusion monster. So, like, you could summon a Dragostapelia if you had the right material going.
And you're up in life.
Yeah.
If you're up in life.
And then a new trap card, gain 1,000 for each aroma monster with different names you control. Banish it from the graveyard, target an aroma monster in your graveyard, special summon it but banish when it leaves the field, and then gain 500.
Yeah.
It does some things. I kind of like the new support. I've seen it set up some pretty... like, not crazy boards, but just good. Like, you've got some off-turn interruption with, like, the Bergamot and all that kind of nonsense with the bouncy and all that kind of crap. Like, it's not crazy, it's just good.
Bergalancer.
Yeah, there's that too.
So did they have a fusion monster before this?
No.
Oh, so now he likes them.
Yeah, they get purple, and he's like, I can see that.
No, they're just solid cards.
Yeah, they're alright. Ish. Still
What?
arrow mages, though.
Whatever with Jake's colorblindness, he just thinks purple is like super psychedelic, and that he sees like what we see when we see the 60s.
That's not how
So me-
that
Yes.
works.
60s as well. We're both.
It's not. No,
It's exactly how it works.
it's absolutely not. Go get some mustache
He
wax
gets-
while I talk about the new cards.
We see this, Jake sees.
I don't. Because I didn't bring my glasses, I don't see shit. We mentioned last week that we're getting
Like the escape
just
room
about...
all over again.
It is.
You're gonna be salty about that all fucking year now.
Yeah.
I'm the
I
salty
wasn't
at
the
our
only one in that
performance.
fucking room, bitch.
I was impressed by Andrew backing you up. He like knew exactly what parts you were going to miss and like covered you. It was a
Yeah.
good team. I miss Andrew.
You only saw him yesterday.
No, I mean in the scheme of this.
Ah, yeah.
If only Andrew
Cared about this game.
wanted to help me with the Braille part, or the Morse code part.
I was too stuck. I was. I'm like,
Yeah,
no.
it was you and me working on it, and then you
No, it was-
gave up.
It was you and
No, I
me
didn't give
working on
up.
we were working on the Morse code.
No, we...
Sorry, this is a side subject to our lives. Yeah.
Anyway, last week we mentioned that we're getting towards the end of the cards within Phantom Nightmare, and we are indeed here. We got announced all of the scrap bits at the end.
Scrap cards.
Not actual scrap.
Illusion scraps when.
So we get a quick play spell, which is supposed to be generic. Target a face-up monster in the spell and trap zone. Activate one of these effects. Special summon it to the owner's field. Return it to the hand or destroy it. Then destroy one monster on the field with an equal or lower level.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a bit annoying that it has to be level.
Does that count for the pendulums?
What?
So, like, if this is like, obviously, it's meant to work with all the like
I mean-
the Centurions, your crystal based. Does it work with the pendulums?
I don't know, because it says monster in the spell and trap thing, so I don't know if it like had to have been counted as a monster
yeah.
and moved there. Like, I don't know how that works. I don't know.
Let's have a look.
We get a card that I don't really care to read.
Is it an illusion monster?
No, but we can talk about those.
Beans.
We get some new illusion monsters, and
The first
they
one that can be destroyed.
confused me more than anything else ever.
We just need to
because
talk-
They're illusion monsters.
there's no like common thing that
No.
they do. They're just
They're all
all
just-
over the place.
That's why I love them. But the vanilla's so cool.
So we have Envoy of the Wax Statue, Fire level 3 illusion. When opponent monster declares an attack, you special summon this from your hand. If it battles, neither can be destroyed by battle. At the end of an opponent's battle phase, you can make all attack position monsters your opponent currently controls used as... unable to be changed to their battle positions or used
Oh,
as
no.
material for a fusion, synchro, exes, or link summons, and have their effects negated until the start of their next battle phase.
So they've power crept Dragon Capture Jar.
Yeah, we're not here just to capture dragons now. Everybody.
Power crept it.
We get an illusion flippy kind of boy. If this card battles a monster, neither can be destroyed by battle. Standard. During the main phase, you can change this card to face down to defense position. Flip effect. Draw one card.
Woo! Woo! Dark Mimic.
It's a level 1 water illusion. And then we get our first vanilla illusion in Illusionist of Jungle Ghoul.
I'm a little confused by the point of that.
Yeah, me too.
It's also probably going to be like the fucking artwork for our playmat.
Oh, God, I hope not.
Yeah.
It's bad.
No, but the flavor text. Fuck, where's the flavor text?
Read the
I
flavor text,
have it
Jake.
here. A street performer skilled in getting the crowds excited, distracts through songs and dances, and attacks through using strange moves. The moment those eyes start spinning, that's a sign of danger. So make sure to hurry up and escape.
That's better writing than the breakout room.
Apparently, the way it's phonetically spaced, it spells, but you can't or something.
Okay.
Like, yeah, just
Okay.
like all like the characters all line up. So hopefully we don't get another check this out. But
Check this out.
we'll see. I don't remember what it was meant to say, but it was cool. I'm like, yeah.
The one-
Also, it's creepy looking.
Yeah, it's super creepy looking. It's also one of the few monsters that's like designed to look like it's breaking out of the frame of the artwork, because like you can see the shadow of it breaking in there, the shadow of it breaking there.
And like that's the old Game Boy border, isn't it? Or like it's an old.
It kind of looks
yeah,
like that. Yeah, kind of like the text boxes in like the fucking Pokemon games.
Yeah, like they've
Put in good effort here.
the illusion monsters have been cool throwbacks, but I mean, we'll see if they'll ever become cohesive.
Yeah, like they're just so all over the place. Like I don't remember Cyburst ever being this bad when it was first announced.
Bitrons and stuff flying
There were a few
around.
bad
Like
ones.
there was a few.
But ultimately, they were all like, you want to link someone.
Yeah,
With these is like just do what you can.
This is like I'm a 2000 attack beta in 2023. Off I go.
I'm a stalker.
We get some more garbage, frankly. Time Rewinder, something to do with flip monsters. I don't care.
It's Type Thief card.
It's not.
Like,
They're
no.
expanding the time law.
Get to the headliner. We know who the headliner of this support was. No, that's not him. There it is.
It's the King of Bugs.
Prince of Pug.
Prince of Bugs. Oh, yeah.
No, Prince of Pug.
Oh, that's what they translate. The first translation I saw was not Prince of Pugs.
Shouldn't it be Prince of Pugs?
That was the original translation that I saw.
We'll see.
Anywho, target a face-up monster you control that cannot be normal summoned or set. Hang on. Target a face-up monster you control that cannot be normal summoned or set. With Guardian in its original name, it
Get
can make
Guardian, baby.
it can make a second attack during each battle phase's turn. Does it work on like the Guardian Iato stuff as well?
I mean, that's the intention. The Guardian archetype is that, but it also works with the Gate Guardian stuff.
But how does he? How?
Yeah. As you had pointed out, did Raphael have a puppy we didn't know about?
Did Raphael have a dog? Like, because if he had
Gate Guardian's dog.
this goodest boy waiting for him, he wouldn't have been so upset.
Well, I mean, wasn't he trapped on the island? Wasn't he trapped on the island, being only able to play with himself? Right.
That's a way to phrase it. Sure.
Gate Guardian.
So hard, like so much, the ink was coming off my cards. I'm like, well, that sounds illegal.
Yeah, he be a cheaty boy.
They were fakes.
And then, banish it from the graveyard, target a guardian monster in your graveyard that cannot be normal summoned or set. Activate one of these effects, either add it to hand or add a card that mentions it from your graveyard to your hand. So yeah, it's definitely meant to be with the equipped guardians that Raphael uses, but
It's Gate
you
Guardians.
can use it with the other one, I guess.
But you can't use... getting a because Arsenal Summoner was also a Guardian support card, and it had a whole bunch of, you can't do it with this or this or this or this, the old Frog the Jam debacle.
Okay. So with Prince of Pug, they just don't give a fuck.
Well, we haven't got the English translation yet, because obviously it's not called Guardian. All their stuff was properly designated, so we're going to have to figure out which Guardians are real Guardians.
It's gonna say except Gate Guardian. Poor Kazajin. It just wanted a puppy dog. It brought it home one day, and the other two pieces were like, yeah, sure.
But then when they combine, out
Jesus
go dog.
Christ. We get a level 7 Synchro that does some stuff. Some Rhino thing that has to do with die rolls, so it's inherently garbage.
It's called I don't know. In my brain, I had a pun.
Well, its name is Dino Stacking.
Rhino.
Must have been
Next thing.
No. A zombie tuner. During main phase, just moves around and flips stuff. Yeah, it's not particularly good from memory.
Well,
And then
the Wall of Illusion as an illusion monster yet.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I've been.
know.
Yeah, it's like
instead UFO and creepy street magician.
give me Black Illusion Ritual, please.
The one thing I did find interesting, and it probably won't be relevant by the time it comes out because the deck will be murdered. A level 6 Fiend. Target 2 monsters you control, including a Fiend. Special summon it from your hand, and if you do, destroy the monsters. When a monster is destroyed by using the first effect, you can target an equal number of monsters face up your opponent controls. This card gains attack equal to the monster's total original attack until the end of the next turn. So, it's fine.
Sure.
Yeah, so yeah, that's the garbage. We don't know if there's more garbage to come. One other card they did announce separately to this, so in their mind it's not garbage, is Etern Mankar Karnhole. Not sure if that's how it's meant to be pronounced, but sure. It's a level 10 light machine. Cannot be normal summoned to set. Must be special summoned from your hand. If your opponent activated a monster effect in their hand or graveyard during this duel, you can only special summon it once per turn. Once per turn, if your opponent activates a monster effect, make this card gain 1,000 attack. If this card is sent to the graveyard, except from the hand or deck, shuffle it into the deck.
So you just overlay it into Gustav Max,
Yes.
and then
can
you've
never
got
deck out.
yeah, you've got infinite Gustav Max materials.
Yeah, the fact that it just recognizes your opponent's activated a monster effect in the hand or in the graveyard for the duel, and then its effect is live.
That's pretty cool. So you maybe can't use it turn 1.
I mean,
Other than
if
that,
they
opens
ash it, and then you just go, ha!
I said maybe can't use it turn 1.
In the OCG, it's always going to be live, because in the draw phase, they're going to drop Maxi.
Oh no, burn. 2000 burn. Draw 4.
Another... hang on. I've lost the thing.
We're going to talk about YCS.
Yes, we can talk about YCS. So, as we were doing our podcast last week, we were in the middle of YCS Indianapolis. We have
But we also kind of knew where it was going.
Yeah, kind of. It was kind of broadcasting.
Yeah.
So yeah, the top 32 is as follows: 38% Rescue Ace, 13% Purely, 10% Tier Element, 6% Unchained, 6% Manadium. I've heard that pronounced so many different ways. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it the way that is perceived is correct.
No, it was just,
Vanadium.
I really don't want it to be. I've heard it Manadium, Manadium, Manadium.
yeah, I've heard Manadium.
I don't like Manadium.
Yeah.
It sounds wrong. The emphasis is on the wrong syllable.
Or, if we don't talk about them, it would be just they can just stay where they want. They can have 1 or 2 places. We don't talk about them, and then they'll go away eventually.
I thought I was going to end up having to verse them today because I was versing Grayson and he started doing that kind of stuff. I was like, oh,
He hasn't got it all yet.
okay. Because yeah, it ended up just being Phantom Knights.
Yeah.
Because yeah, he just did all the things and then summoned Rusty. I was like, ah.
Is there a way to get Horus to work well with banlist cup stuff?
Yeah, there was something that I was like, oh, hold on, that's actually kind of cooked.
I mean, there's several different
Card
ways
of
you
Sacred
could do
Town.
it. Is that once per turn? That's not once per turn.
No.
Oh god.
Draw 4.
To 3!
Oh god.
I've got 3 Card of Sacred Town.
But
I know
then-
that one.
But if you get looped with the jam, then you'll die.
Anywho, back to YCS Minneapolis. So after Manadium, we have 6% Sprite, 3% Bestial, 3% Flunder, 3% Rika, 3% Labyrinth, 3% Vanquished Soul, 3% Exorcista, and
dex.
3% Runic. Yeah, these are one-offs.
Yeah, 3% of 32. Pretty wide open. Man, like obviously all the decks that were listed are expected to perform well.
Yeah.
But you take that. It's a good tournament, I
We're
reckon.
into the age of firemen is here.
Yeah.
Yes, and hopefully it'll be short-lived.
With a
Why?
demon
Back row
witch.
decks can fuck off and die.
Oh my god, I really want to play that. Oh, I should play Fireman now.
You play card that sets card from deck? I play card that sets card from deck.
Card? No. You set 4. And all of yours say no. Most of mine say you can play.
Oh, they say no.
How do they say no? Tell me what they do, Ben.
Hey, you had something. Bye-bye.
That's not what the back row does. Well, one of them does.
Ha! Got him.
2 of yours do that.
Just one. The other one says, don't go anywhere. And don't do nothing.
Yeah, again, none of my back row does that.
Anyway, keep going.
Well, that's all we have for YCS Minneapolis, other than the fact that the final was a mirror match.
Firemen versus firemen who were miscategorized.
Yeah. They just decided to only say that one of them was running the Diablo Star package when they both were.
He was the one in the top 32 when they did like those 13 or something, whatever it was. We just literally said the number. That many Diablo Star fire engines. And then one pure fire engine. He was the one pure fire engine.
And he had it.
Yeah, he wasn't. No.
Yes, perfect. Great work.
The firemen need their witches. It is a Hayabusa Shabadan moment.
So, the one thing that I did pick up from the bits of the stream that I was able to watch, and it's something I've spoken about many times, is the American streams are a lot less fun to watch.
Yes.
The commentators aren't as enthusiastic or charismatic or energetic.
Billy's knowledgeable, but Billy's not very good.
But also, Billy just starts ripping into the guy slow playing, like, which I appreciate. Where he's like, it's 10 minutes, like, and he's done 4 things. I'm like, well, shit.
And then they don't put any effort into like the midstream content. Like they just cut to what is often an empty hallway with a camera angle just looking out onto nobody.
This leans into a question we got in...
I'm not going to dive too deep into this.
Yeah, we'll circle back to the coverage.
I did find
circle back to the coverage.
Very funny.
That's good corporate lingo.
They cut to like the wide shot of the crowd after top 8, and like you see Triff tweeting top 4, and then someone like had screenshot that and then like responded to his tweet being like, here's evidence of you posting this. It's like...
What does it matter though?
I'm just saying.
Did they do both top 4 matches on stream, or was it one off, one on?
I think it was one on, one off, but the first one ended so quickly that they got the other one on.
Oh, cool, perfect. Like, I was wondering...
they probably didn't intend to do both, and they're like, oh, well, that dude sucked.
No, they didn't do... This is just a Jake trying to old man the world.
Excuse me?
Because Jake tuned in for the final and then went, oh, they're showing the other semi-final, and we responded,
yeah, no, they lied to me.
No.
Okay.
No.
Right.
No, it was either something they had on the stream coverage, like they either labelled it weirdly or someone said it over the stream that made me thought it was
It was
the
fairly
semi.
early in the morning. Had you had your coffee yet?
Yes.
Did you have your glasses on?
Yes.
Oh, he's at full power.
Anywho, I corrected myself and I apologised.
Who's taller, Jake or Kendrick Lamar?
Fuck, that question came out last night. I've already forgotten it. 2 SP Little Knights in the first place deck as well. That's getting... I've been thinking...
It in that deck 2 is required.
I'm thinking just in every fucking deck. Like what? Like,
no, specifically in Rescue 2 is required.
Yeah, you think you
have
mentioned
one
a couple episodes
one
ago.
to set up the board, one to break the board.
Yeah. Or we all play 2.
Nah, too expensive.
No, Pearly wasn't. Yeah, well, I'm more just trying to justify it to myself to buy another one so I have it early.
I'm definitely sitting here like, oh, I don't want to buy the second.
Yeah.
I mean, Tom's already got a second.
Yeah.
Because I had a second.
What were the giant cards? Oh, those are speed jewels.
The giant card this weekend did...
Kaikus!
The Ghost Destroyer.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, 2 Kaikus and a Dark Paladin. And then the other ones were Dark Hole Dragon.
In the South American YCS that's on at the moment, right now, coverage isn't the best. But,
it's just the pairings.
So bad.
It's Pot of Greed.
That's kind of
one
cool.
of the giant
They
cards.
always get old school cards though.
Yeah.
Always. Like they always have Head of Exodia, they always have like BLS, like just really old random giant cards.
We get these.
I mean,
Well, that wasn't random. Yeah, both of those were
that
marketing.
was semi-recent because
That's the
that was
reprint
the reprint
that had just come
version.
out.
Yeah.
That was what 6 years ago.
Yeah, and that was during New Challenges format. Like that made sense. That and El
But
Dante.
yeah, they always get super old school cards. It's really bizarre. I don't know why they never get new stuff.
So what I can figure is they had 112 they had 112 tables, so like 200ish players, And then they said, we'll be back tomorrow for a top 64. I'm like, but how?
Sure.
Maybe there must be in the top 64 cut for rounds 8 and 9. There has to be.
Yep.
They can't be doing top cut with a top 64 based off, what did I say, 200-ish players? That's wild. Considering Indianapolis was 1,900 people, top 32, sure we have to make exceptions.
Did they break their own rules to what makes top 64? I thought it was 1,056 players or something like that is top 64.
The number thrown around was 2,000.
Okay, so maybe I'm just wrong. Yeah, I'm probably just wrong.
But yeah, I thought they got to about 1,900-ish, well, off regos and then drops, so it came down to like 17 or something. But,
okay.
Yeah, it's... Come on. That's way too many players for a top cut of 32. You're going to miss out on quality stuff, especially when you can just... Yeah, we'll get to the content bit in a second.
Yes. So, speaking of which, we move on to our Discord. Link will be in the description below. Feel free to jump in, say hi, and ask us questions.
Or send deck lists, or talk general chat, talk about
Yeah,
the
there's a
news.
whole different bunch of channels and things in there that you can jump into and have some good discussions with some quality peeps. So, yeah, feel free to join. Our first question this week comes to us from, I believe, a new listener, Arch.
Hi, Arch.
First time listener. Second time commenter. No, the other way around.
Yeah. So his question is, what can Konami TCG YCS streams do to fill in the gaps between games? You think it would be cool if they streamed the Time Wizard events in between? Something needs to be done. Playing Who's That Yu-Gi-Oh! And listening to shit OST for an hour in between games is tough.
I like the card. I like Guess the Card.
Yeah, Guess the Card definitely has like a 10-minute section you could do that, and you could just pencil that in as a nice filler. Like,
to get you from one thing to the next.
yeah.
They should have a backup table.
Yeah.
Like, at the very least.
Like, it requires a little bit more investment, and obviously you have to re-commentate it, or you can bank it and then put it on later. Like, you just get a second setup.
So, another thing that I really appreciate is, this happens during the US streams, and it's one of the few things that I like about it, is they go back to old YCS footage.
Yes.
They will play like YCS 2017.
Yeah.
I like that shit. I remember, it was probably like a year ago now, but they replayed that YCS where they did limited format. So it was a limited format YCS. And they replayed the match where the guy ends on like Toad under Sayuja.
That's why you like it.
And then his opponent's like, spin mode. Yeah.
God, limited would be even more cooked than what we're about to do nearly. How much money you have to do to make everything limited?
Someone did the math.
Oh, I thought they did the math of banning every effect monster.
I mean, it'd be similar math, you'd assume.
I thought it was ban every card. No, was that just effect
No,
monsters?
that was just to ban every effect monster.
So if there's 10,000 cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's $10 a card to move it. It's $100,000 to move every card to that spot.
Or you can unban Vanity's Emptiness.
That is theoretically the maximum amount of money we can fundraise is $100,000.
What a cap.
Donate to the cause.
Yeah, let's
At that
get
point, you just start like changing rules.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they can bank those extra games. If they had a second setup, maybe they might be a bit more worried about, like, obviously the gear and staffing the judges. But you don't need to have, 2 judges on the stream table constantly
Some
watching?
have seen like 2 minimum, like possibly 3.
Those 2 could definitely be also in earshot of the backup stream to go and judge them. And yeah, you record it. I mean, if someone spoils it, well. But then you go, okay, we've got one bank, so we can now play both top 4 games before we get to that.
Yeah.
Also, on YCSs for those side events, we're standing around like dickheads waiting for them half the time anyway. If they go, hey, so yeah, this Time Wizard event we're going to do on stream, so if you just want to chill around, like, obviously you go, oh yeah, do whatever you want. Like, I'll sit and wait until you need me to sit down and play my match. Have a featured tournament.
The European stream seem a lot better prepared for this. They have a lot of content in the bank ready to go.
Of them playing Speed Duels.
Them playing Speed
I'll take
Duels,
that.
which then promotes the product that they're probably releasing. Like, they've got a bunch of the quizzes with the commentators, which get you more involved with the commentators more personally. Like, you start to like them more because you see them outside of like the small
Or hate them
interaction.
more.
Well, for the most part, I like most European streamers. Not streamers, commentators.
They should film an MTV Cribs style show of Marcelo's house in France and his house in Italy.
That will be, curious.
For tax purposes, this content is unavailable.
Yeah, so like Paul in the chat chimed in with doing like a coverage podcasty type stuff, like half game, like TNT style, like where it's just, hey, break down what we just saw, what we have been seeing, get a little bit more in depth with it. Like you probably need a bit more training and presentation across the board. Like Europe, as you said, is better, but yeah, a smart Yu-Gi-Oh player doesn't necessarily make a better presentable Yu-Gi-Oh player. Like you need to articulate the thoughts and carry a segment and hit timing. So, not that I know that here. I don't even know what time we're at.
A lot. Next question.
That's fine.
Comes to us from 6R6. How many times have you gotten a salty ulti? His definition of salty ulti.
When you shirt local and pull an ulti from your back.
Correct.
Yeah, it's simple. Yeah. I think that's a more common thing to me than...
It used to be a lot more common when we used to get more OTS. Like,
But you're fourth place. Does fourth place getting it count
yeah, well, yeah.
as a salty ulti because it's the lowest one?
I mean, yeah, well, they're not getting store credit at that level. So, yeah, I would still probably count that as a salty ulti. Like, fourth place and under now is effectively the same.
We're running out of OTS packs.
I know.
We're going to get rations soon. Just want to get that out there.
I got a salty ulti, was it Droplet? Which I can now pair with the ultis from... we didn't talk about the collection!
We didn't talk about Rarity collection.
True. Yeah, well, we'll get to that in a second, I guess.
They're shit.
They... Like, I know what they're going for with some of them, but others, like the ultis, I want to see in person, because I'm like, you shouldn't be able to call this an ultimate.
Yeah.
Like, this, it feels like false advertising. Go, there's ultimates in this. I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Will they look good with the forbidden droplets, though?
I'm getting a box.
Well, I guess we're talking about it now. One thing I did find interesting because, yeah, obviously a bunch of the YouTubers got to preview the product except for you. When I was watching, I think his name is Rebs Cards.
Down.
Yeah. While I was watching,
still get mad at that one YouTuber who gets product, and
Yeah.
it's literally the only Yu-Gi-Oh videos that are on his channel.
Yeah.
He has like 5,000 subs, and the only Yu-Gi-Oh content he does is, I went to YCS, and Konami gave me early product to open. It confuses the ever-living fuck out of me. He's a Warhammer channel.
anywho,
He's not even a popular Warhammer channel, or is that popular for that community?
Yeah, it might be popular for the community.
If you're a Warhammer fan, like, who are the big YouTubers, and like, how many subs do they have?
Yeah.
Henry Cavill with 23 million subscribers.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I'm looking at Warhammer on YouTube.
Anyway, so yeah.
It must be the name.
One thing I did
Yes.
find interesting is I was watching
Didn't do wonders for this.
Rebs Cards opening video, and one thing that he mentioned at least 3 times is that Konami wants to hear from us, being the players, what we think of the rarities. Like he said specifically, they want to know what we think. So my concern on that particular thing is that if enough people find interest in the like prismatics or the ultis or any of the other stuff, is that they'll like change that to what's in our OTS, because they've complained for a while now that the printing of ultis is expensive, and they've obviously limited the amount that any one person could have for varying different reasons. So,
But surely they won't go that crazy. Surely it's them trialing, we're thinking about altering normal booster packs again. And adding
it would be nice.
different versions, like so we get something more like the OCG. Surely that's the implication.
I mean,
but
that would be the better way to think about it, is that like instead of just
Mr.
having
Positive
a
here.
secret printing and that's it of the better cards, that like you can have the secret and the prismatic secret and the quarter century and all that kind of stuff well.
I really want to get them. Like, I'm super curious to see. Like, I'm hoping they're going to be good
I
quality.
hope they look nice. The ones that I've gotten from the
hope they
OCG,
feel
I say
nice.
the one that I've gotten from the OCG, I kind of like. So I'm hoping the same translates for ours, but until I see them in person, I'm not ready to sort of say yay or nay either way.
And if you, like, I hope Konami goes back on who they gave them to and who did a horrible job of promoting. Like, this is the first time we're seeing these rarities. This is genuinely like actual content, like that is good for the community. And some of them missed the memo of point the camera at the goddamn card.
Some of them didn't even know what the rarities were called.
Yes,
Yeah.
there was one in
They were just
particular.
making them up. I was like, oh, okay.
One in particular just took a stab at every single one that appeared, and the editor had to then put it in a caption up the top with like a little asterisk being like, no, it's actually this.
That was Farfa's video.
Well, I wasn't going to name them, but okay.
Yeah.
And well, there's your European coverage.
Man
you
is a
want.
literal Konami employee now. It's like, okay.
Yeah, it's a bit like, and cut the glare out as well. Like the run-of-the-mill pack opening or whatever. Like, production's neither here nor there. It's about the chase. But this was, you're showing us the card rarities, and we've got a lot of different variations of cards. There's no time to screw around. You might be the first one on YouTube for months. Why are you wasting it?
You think they would have had more controls? Probably not the right word, but maybe more input as to like, okay, guys, make sure when you're doing these that like you're giving the cards good exposure.
Yeah.
We want them to look good so that people can see what they're getting.
Or maybe
especially
Konami
with the cost of this product, like it's double the amount that you'd spend on a regular box. So you
It's not
want
like that for Americans.
Yeah, what's the resale what's the maximum? What is the recommended retail price? I just said every other word but the
For
one.
us,
Yeah.
I think it's like $2.30 a box.
yeah, $2.35 or something like that.
I was wondering if it was like down to 180 and we're just seeing a bunch of markups because of demand. But if it's
No.
set at that, interesting.
Very expensive
It's the
product.
entire European production region.
Yeah.
And people that are like, oh, it's because it's printed in America and it's exported over, that is wrong. So they are different printings. They are printed
I mean,
in
it
each
looked different.
facility. For a fact, in the American packs it goes super, super, ultra, ultra secret. In the European packs it goes super, ultra, secret, ultra, super.
Yeah, yeah. I remember seeing a super on the end of like the first European opening I watched. I'm
Yeah.
like, huh? What?
Yeah, because I watched 2 American openings and then watched Farfa's one, and I was like, oh, the packs are definitely different.
And the American ones still look American, like
Yeah.
that deep, orangey. Yeah.
So here we are.
Which the American ones were like the couple of American ones I watched were shot really well, and now I'm like, oh yeah, and I can see that they look poo. But the European ones seemingly okay. Again, in our opinion,
Yeah.
I guess it all comes down to that.
I'm going to get a box, at the very least.
Yeah, I'll probably
I'll get a
end up
box
getting
when
a
it
box.
comes in
I
on
did buy a bunch of
Thursday.
singles though.
I'll probably crack it and pop it on YouTube.
The main reason I bought singles so that I can give people back the cards that I'm borrowing.
It's not. It's tempting. I do need super prosperities though.
I do think, like, this is going to be one of those few sets that releases for me, and I guess for most people in the modern era where, like, if everyone buys a box, you can all just trade.
Yeah, you just go back and forth. It's like, oh, you got a quarter century Albaz, I'll trade you for my Prismatic Secret Prosp or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you can sort of just go back and forth. It's probably the closest that
Trading.
we've been
In a
to
trading card game.
I know, it's absurd. It's probably the closest we've ever gotten since Battles of Legend first came out. But that was more, you buy a box, you're set.
You got everything, yeah. You bought a box, you got all of it. You got either 4 of the bad secrets as doubles, or you got 4 of the good secrets as doubles. That was a great set.
That was a
The
great
way they
set.
printed that was phenomenal.
It really was fantastic. And
There's,
then
like-
Battles of Legend has just gone so far down the fucking toilet since.
This year's one wasn't too bad. It had too many cards in it.
I don't know.
Way too many cards.
Too bad. Like, when they switched to 100 card sets, that was problematic.
Monstrous Revenge. Yeah, this is the one that I forgot existed.
It came out a couple months ago.
Yeah,
Came out on my birthday. Not quite on my birthday, but close enough.
with Tri-Edge Master. Well, that's why. That explains why I didn't know fucking Tri-Edge Master. But,
So yeah, circling back to 6i6 question.
There's that quote.
Salty Oldie. I pulled one. Oh, I guess it's not really a Salty Oldie because I got the store credit anyway when I came second. And I pulled Per Lily.
Ugh.
It looks quite nice as well, I have to say.
I don't think I've ever
Oh, that
won
guy.
locals and pulled an ulti.
You've never pulled an ulti at the lower ranks?
No, I've never won locals and pulled an ulti. I think I've
Oh,
only
you
ever
only
pulled
ever
ultis
had
on a
salty
losing.
ultis.
Yeah.
I've won locals and pulled ultis.
One night I pulled 2 ultis in one night.
I've done that
what?
too.
I
think we
back to
did it in
back.
the same OTS as well. Like, not the same box, but the same era of OTS.
I think it was Brilliant Fusion Invocation.
Yeah, I pulled 2 ulti invos in 3 packs. And it was when I wasn't playing Invoke too,
Back
so I
in
had to
the
then
day-
sell them and buy them again.
When you could just get multiple OTS packs.
I know. And it's not like I want to sit there and dig through 10. I just want, like, another one.
Yeah, like
I'll be real, I don't really care, so I always just get the one.
Yeah, because you haven't
take the
liked
one.
ultis, but when they bring
I
out
like the one.
whatever it is, Econ,
No, that's still not an ulti that I'm going to be like, yeah, give me more packs.
I wonder where those maxis are now.
oh, the ulti maxis. Oof. Jesus. Last question this week comes to us again from 606.
The worst thing about that is I traded for a playset and I can only find 2 of the secrets. So now I have the same amount of maxis, same rarities as I've begun with. I think I might have 3 golds, which might be the case for December.
I've
I think I've only
curated
got
a
2
binder
maxi.
of like band stuff, and there's like 15 maxi in there.
Dear Lord.
If we even play maxi.
Oh, please.
I'll play maxi.
Please, come on. Last question this week is from 606. What card did you think... Wait. Which card do you think did not deserve to be included in the 25th anniversary Rarity box? His vote is for Win the Wind Charmer.
Yeah, that was...
There is a couple of random shit ones in there. Like,
Faris.
no, I've got a worse one for you. Ice Barrier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Ice Barrier, I'm going to pull a quarter century Ice Barrier.
Were they going to for... Oh, and the ice barriers were a part of it. I was like, well, you could have given us Bryonak or something.
Was it... What did it end up just being the OTS set with maxi taken out?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
thought so.
Card, right.
It was
Yeah.
that card for card.
Cool.
And yeah, it was like, and it was the very first pack of that early YouTube person. Like, it was like, oh, yep, like, that's a number. We're done. Like, ding's 41, like 41.
Yeah.
Easy. Like,
It's just so... It feels lazy.
there was, yeah, the trap lineups outside of Ice Barrier are like, is really good though.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, those are all pretty good traps. But then yeah, just some of the monsters they've thrown in. I don't like having both the alt arts, like having Unicorn and
Eldritch.
Eldritch, where it's like you could have just done the one.
Well,
I'll take the alt arts.
Oh,
yeah.
I just say it's just alt arts.
Well,
Just
that's
do
the thing.
alt
I don't know if they want to fall into the pitfall. Well, actually, I don't know if they even care. But the same issue that they had with the Engage quarter century, where they only did the alt art, and then people were pissy that they didn't do the original art.
Yeah.
If you're going to do one, you do the regular art, not the alt art. Unless
Yeah.
it's Golden Lord, then you do the alt art.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah,
Yeah,
Golden
you
Lord.
had to give Sassy
like-
Lord his day.
And we have Secret Golden, like, we had Secret Golden Lord,
Yeah.
like, we're all going to prefer we
almost-
only have crap versions of the alt art.
I almost wish that they'd done some of the other alt arts as well, not just those two. Because, like, some of them could have looked really
IP,
nice.
IP's not in this, is it?
No.
Yeah, the alt art IP might have been nice. Alt art IP should be in there over Ice Barrier.
Yeah. But yeah, like, Ice Dragon's Prison wasn't a bad one either. Just trying to think of, like, the shit ones.
That card
Ice
dropped
Barrier.
off. Yeah.
But Ice Dragon Prison, yeah. Dropped off.
But it was still like, you look at it and go, that's a good card. Okay.
The more I think about Rarity Collection, the more I think that it's less for, like, high-end collectors and it's more just for the wider player base. Like, as expensive
Yeah.
as the set is, like, it just means that everyone can have access to pretty much everything.
This will be a set where if I'm given the option of what pack I want, I'm taking this set.
Yeah, because, like, you're going to get some good reprints that will be handy later on, or you can just crack, like, an insanely good quarter century or ulti or collector's rare or whatever.
Fairy Tale Luna can go to hell as well.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
Not even Snow.
Well, they banned Snow, so they couldn't put it in.
Take it
should've
out.
been.
Take it out as well. So we're pulling less shit.
Yeah.
Go down to 7. If we can go to 70. Hey, let's go wild. Let's keep cutting.
Yeah, make cuts.
Cut Alpha Master of the Beast. That card can get stuffed. That's a
I rate
pretender.
that.
I
rate
actually
that.
kind of want that. That's
Yeah.
one of my ones. on
No,
my
don't we have
watch
all the
list.
ultras lying around?
Yeah, but
Yeah, it's not the same.
I want nice ones.
Yeah.
But for what end? It'll come up for a month.
Exactly.
and then it'll fall off again.
Yeah, welcome to Staples. That's how they fucking work.
No, not for just a month.
It's not how Staples work.
They come
Tech
in and
cards,
out.
yeah.
And also-
all the
Tech cards
whatever.
is the word you're looking for.
Yeah,
They go
that's
in my
text.
Staples binder. They're a staple. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's.
I call that a tech card binder because the staples are never actually in the binder.
Egyptian God Slime probably shouldn't be there.
It needed a reprint. I just don't think this
Yeah.
was the opportunity.
Yeah, I get it, but also, there's a Ghost Trick card in here. That's right.
Oh, Angel of Mischief. Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. Cheesy WinCon card.
Yeah.
Oh, you actually play it in Modern Spiral for some reason.
Huh.
I think it's because
You overlay the two
Yeah, you can
Ghost
make
Trick lines. You make it.
Yeah. We kept cutting each other off, but basically, you make Dullahan to put your quick fix back in the bin, and then you do Angel of Mischief, search the new Ghost Trick spell, bring back the Dullahan, overlay another Angel of Mischief, and make Future Draco.
Yeah.
Classic.
Just another negate.
Classic. Oh, the Decode Talker was in there too. That probably could be cut.
Yeah.
yeah.
All?
Yeah.
Oh, that needed a reprint.
It did.
Yeah.
Once again.
Probably didn't need 7 rarities, but that's okay.
Celine for all the... I forgot Celine was in here for
Definitely
all the Exodia
a
players.
well-timed reprint. When I saw that reprint, I was like, oh, nice.
Yeah.
I only have 2 Celine.
Yeah.
It's like, but I wanted to
That's
fuck around with this.
that's a concerning statement. Do I have to ban Exodia pieces now?
Yeah, you want?
Didn't Tom already put him in 4? 3?
No, he said he was going to, but he didn't.
Ah, Tom! Always.
It's so unlike Tom to say something and then not follow through.
And then he goes and buys a case. That case could have gone to unbanning.
So, yeah, the flawed logic of that, and it's really not the place to discuss it, but here we are. The flawed logic of, I need to play, well, I don't even need to play, I want to play Rescue Ace and Diable Star, so rather than just paying the maybe $350 to buy the Diable Star stuff I need, I will pay $1,500,
plus the
gamble on a case,
That's a bargain.
and then still have to buy the Rescue Ace. It's
And
so dumb.
half the Diablo stuff.
Yeah, like he had to trade away stuff and he still had to pay to get other cards. I mean, it worked well for me. I got the quarter century Zark.
Oh, cool. Yep.
It's actually really nice.
Yeah, when I saw he pulled it, I was eyeing it off for a second. But
Yeah,
as long as it's gone to a good home.
Yeah, I do plan to put that deck together at some point.
Oh, you're going to
Maybe.
play it? I just wanted to...
He's gonna pendulum summon.
I mean,
Oh
yeah,
my
now
god,
that
can you pendulum
Jake
summon?
hasn't pendulum summoned in a long time.
Has he ever? Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You play Magicians. Yeah. I remember now. It was only us, wasn't it?
Well, that was yes.
Yeah.
No, Blake was doing it too.
Pendulum.
Pendulum.
Well,
This is Melbourne, yeah?
yeah.
Why
The
is it
best
Spiral?
RCS.
Because Spiral was boring as fuck. Boring as fuck, Ben.
Spiral's great.
Boring as fuck. Anyway, that concludes us for today. Thank you all very much for listening and watching. Feel free to jump into
I
our
didn't have the ghost
Discord.
tricks for Spiral back then.
Oh yeah, I didn't have Dullahan. Oh no, whatever will I do?
I can't believe I lucked into that deck. I just had it sitting there the whole time. I was like, I like Spiral.
I mean,
And
it was
they
on
announced-
this-
They announced but Double Helix, and I was like, ooh.
You're consistent with that statement at least, because you've definitely said it in that voice before. I like Spiral.
I mean, I bought it because like that marketing, they were plugging the shit out of all the Spiral stuff. I'm like, there's no way they'd let this be shit.
I mean,
And
the
then-
TCG let it be shit. It was the OCG that's like,
no, but
wasn't that bad.
I meant like in a. Oh yeah, well the first like,
it wasn't good.
it won a locals before.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Fucking.
it's an OCS
Remember
pack.
Corey Watson came third at the LLDS.
I miss you every day, Corey.
It was LLDS Nara when like LLDSs could get you to Worlds, so all of the Worlds competitors were there, and he came third. Playing
Spiral.
pre-double helix Spiral.
Big red, big red.
He was just like sleep up pop. But like double helix had been announced at this point, so everyone was like, "Oh, this is shit. Doesn't have double helix." Oh, lost. But, like literally got the deck off of me at the start of the day. I was like, "This is Ancient Fairy Dragon combo. Go."
Anywho, that does conclude us very much for this week. Thank you all very much for listening and watching. Jump into our Discord, check out the Mega Ban List section. Feel free to make some changes. realistically,
tournament.
at this point, I have no hope of any deck that I've ever played to survive, so feel free to go in there and fuck up everything else for everybody else, so
I'm
that
waiting.
we're all on a level playing field.
I'm gonna just drop little bands on Jake's decks, left, right, and center.
That's okay.
Little band here.
Yeah, if you've ever thought about if
Little
you've
band there.
been meaning to donate, this is just a good excuse, right?
Sax
Just-
deductible.
and
Yes.
and
If you live in
we'll cover
Australia.
it. You will see the results of this. We're gonna.
Yeah, there will be content going up for this.
I'll do a lot
I
of
imagine there'll
content
be
going
some
up for this.
cooked ass profiles and shit going up afterwards.
Yeah.
Deck
Use this deck
profile.
that you're never going to be able to play anywhere.
To be fair, in the past, when I've uploaded stupid as fuck deck profiles, they typically do well.
I mean, yeah, that fucking disgusting hand trap invoked thing.
Yeah,
got
how
views.
that ever got a shitload of views, I don't know. When I was like, what if I played the 10 invoked cards in the engine and then 30 hand traps?
I might go back and just watch the match of my construction level invoked versus your abomination, just to
Normal
remind
summon
myself.
Alistar, no. I normal summon Alistar, no. Oh, well, that hits me much worse than it hits you. Now there's a monster
You have
on my
Mech Knights
board.
and things. This is all I've got.
I can't gamma no more.
Oh, you can if you want cheap. Melbourne things.
Anyway, if you are listening, feel free to favourite us. If you're watching on YouTube, like to subscribe, jump to our Discord, and we'll see you all next week. Peace.